Well, hello there. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for the first Owen. Welcome in, Chris Kamara, and welcome in Super Hostile 2. Hope you guys are doing great. And yep, today we do have an invitational. I don't know why the title is incorrect. Let me just sort that out for the Twitch. Give me a second. That is incorrect. It is an invitational today. Sorry about that. So give me a second. Sorry for the misinformation. Let me just double check things. It's the 94th invitation, I believe. Yep, 94th invitational today. So it's not a live challenge thing. That is a mistake. So apologies for that. So just let me sort out real quick. But yep, hope everyone's doing really well. And yep, I will explain what's going on shortly. Just give me a brief moment, and then we'll jump into things. Just want to make sure the title is correct. Okay, hopefully it's correct now. It's not NNPZ the tag. I don't know why NNPZ the tag, but sure. I'll get rid of the NNPZ tag, I guess. Okay, so no move Tourney today. And we'll be playing Remote World, no moving. And welcome in Clayton, welcome in Stevie G, welcome in Silex. Hope you guys are doing well. And yep, the bracket is pinned, so you can check it out at any time. But I would recommend checking the pinned bracket rather than, rather than doing the command, because the command will probably be outdated. But yeah, welcome in Silex, welcome in Mayo, welcome in Krish. Hope you guys are doing well. And yep, might as well show you guys the bracket and who's playing today. So let's show you guys. So the first match, we've got ADs against Super Hostile, more of the newer players that are taking part in the Invitational. Then we have a debut player, I call him Stevie G, even though he's probably called Stevie or something. But I kind of like calling you Stevie G, not gonna lie. But he'll be playing Silex. Silex, you got into the qualifiers, right? I think you did. And Silex is a very, very strong player, so it's going to be a tough game for our debut player, but it's great having him on. Welcome in. You can call me that, Jeff. That is totally, as long as you're happy. That is grand. Welcome in Zerka. Welcome in Olympia. So yep, we've got Stevie G against Silex, Olympia against Vehicle Ronald, Adams against Topotic is an exciting and fun match. And then we have Rally Rhino, who won last Friday, playing GeoGuessr. Then we have Krish against Senti. And then we finish first round with Zeka against myself. Repeat from last final in round 1. Crazy, to be fair. The draws do be crazy, Chris Kamara. Hopefully I didn't miss Clayton, but also welcoming Clayton. I think I might have missed your message. Sorry about that. But hope all is well too. And yep, and like I say, it is no moving Rainbow World today, so quite a well respected map. And yep, we'll just wait for the both players to give the heads up that they're ready. And yep, hopefully ADs won't be too long. I think he is screen sharing, so I don't know if he has chat enabled, so I'm guessing he's ready. But he did type something in chat, so yeah, I just need to double check if he's ready. Yeah, I just want to double check he's ready. We'll just double check before we start. I don't want to start before I don't want to start the game and he's not ready. Welcome in, Hyos. Hope all is well. Welcome to the stream. We're about to get the first game underway. So yep, hey up Jeff. What the Jeffington of Jeffanese is that sentence? To be fair. Right. And we'll start shortly. Okay. Best of luck to both players, and it should be 5k health, not 6k, and I think this is good to go. Yep. Right, good luck to both of them. Let's do it. Jeff, welcome in, Captain Lennox. I'll let him move my camera to like block the no move thingamajig. Okay, we should be in France here. We've got the outer lines. I think we've got some bollards as well that are more South France as well. We've got the blue sticker on the metal pole as well. Plenty of French clues. I would definitely go more towards the Pyrenees. Not Pyrenees, Alps. And yep, nice round from Ades there. But both players in the right area roughly. Okay. Looks like we're back in Europe. Probably Bulgaria. Is flag antenna more of an East Bulgaria thing or a West thing? I thought it was more of like a Central and East thing. Yeah, more East, yep. Yep, two pretty straightforward rounds to start things off. Yeah, I've put them. Have I done the multis correctly? I think I have, right? No, I haven't. We'll just play this game out. It's fine. Then we'll change it afterwards. I think both players will be fine with these settings. It's supposed to be 0.3 times, not 0.5. But I don't want to like disturb them in the game, so we can just play this one out. But yep, it's a nice round there from Super Stewie. Getting Romania there, very nicely done. Okay. I do think that this is going to be Finland. I don't mind the region guess as well, a bit more to the west side. Yeah, but more towards Vasa there. Makes sense. But yeah, I need to make sure I don't have 0.5 in the other games. I mean, these guys are well locked in now. I don't want to interfere with the game. I mean, they've got both the same settings anyway, so it's like... doesn't really matter too much. But maybe 0.5 might be more fair for no move. But we kind of want the games to go on for a bit longer, you know, so... if possible. But yep, so far, pretty even game. Not much has really happened. Sorry if you got like a notification there. It was just my PC, if you heard that. Okay, an interesting round here. I mean, we'll see what both players will do. I mean, poles look good for a certain place. We'll see where they go. I think there's a bit of confusion here. Yep, we've got Italy and Poland. And it's just a Turkey pole in Istanbul. It was a very weird Turkey, but it kind of had to have been. I think we also had no car, didn't we, as well? So it makes sense. It should be Nepal. I need to relearn all the car stuff, bruh. Yeah, I don't mind the East Send. I do like something more towards the Bihar side anyway. Yeah, just very West Bihar, which I think makes sense because they kind of go over the border into, well, they go over the border from Nepal into Bihar. Whatever those small huts, clay hut things are. I feel like I see that in the west side of Bihar, so maybe there's a correlation with that going over the border, but I'm not really a Nepal expert, so I'm not too sure on those specific details. But we do have an Indiana send from Ades here, and we have two different states, and it is Indiana, so it's a nice region guess there from Ades. Okay. Should be South Africa with the... Wait. I'm trolling. It's Spain. I'm trolling. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, my days. I can tell I've not been playing that much games. Yeah, so it should be Spain. I think just something south of Madrid, right? Like, roughly. I mean, it could be more north. But I feel like the hills are a bit weird for north of Madrid. But who knows? Who knows, Jeff? Yeah, it's south of Madrid. That makes sense. But yeah, Hades has won a lot of these rounds. But I feel like there hasn't been much difference with the region guessing. I mean, I think Hades has been a bit more consistent, but it doesn't feel as dominant as the, the round wins suggest, I would say. But this should be Albania. We've got Italian like bollards, but it's not Italy, so just Albania. To be fair. Oh, that's a blunder. That's a bit of a blunder, but unfortunate there. But we did have Italian bollards, so maybe he tunnel visioned. I'm not too sure what happened there. Maybe he's too busy playing CS:GO or whatever he was doing. Maybe he's multitasking or something, but it didn't look like he was multitasking, so I think he just tunnel vision on something. Because I feel that's something that he would know. Like, yeah, I think he just tunnel visioned. But it's brought Super Stewie back into the game. Like, that was very punishing. Yeah, I mean, is he tilting or is he like not locked in? Because yeah, I mean we had we had the orange sign back, so that was very Belgium-y, I would say. So I think the last two rounds, I think the last round he tunnel visioned, and the round we just had, I think that was maybe he was still thinking about the last round, because yeah, I feel like he would normally get that, so I think he might not be as locked in. This could very easily be Nakuru with some of this brick, but it might not be the Nakuru brick we're seeing. Nope, it is just east, fair enough. But right now it's a very even game. But I would say Hades was in a pretty comfortable lead. I feel the two rounds he dropped points on were definitely preventable. But he's still still trying to get the experience in. He's probably one of the least experienced players in these invitationals, but he's still a really solid player. But yeah, sometimes you can just tunnel vision and mistakes like that can happen, But he's still in the game. He can still come back to win. And Supostue, of course, is in the game as well within this game too. I think there's a slight difference in region guess, but it was right on the coast. But this is going to go down to the wire. We're approaching the 14th round. Hades does have quite the multi advantage. Yes. Yeah, but and also, like, I didn't do a mistake. It should not be 0.5 times. It should be 0.3 times per round win. So that is on me. But then again, like, this has been 14 rounds, hasn't it? So, but for the rule book, I put 0.3. So we'll do 0.3 after this game anyway, because that's what I put down. I just did it by mistake. I should double checked it, but that's a big round though. Decent points, but pretty closely packed game here, for sure. I wonder how many rounds this would have gone on for if the multis were lower. Okay, yep, just Switzerland. Hi Jeffs, welcome in Senti, hope all is well. Yeah, this is very even. I mean, Hades has a big multis advantage. It is kind of crazy how we're on level points, and Hades has such a big multis advantage. Like, it's kind of unreal. But it just does tell you, like, the rounds that Hades has lost have been more punishable usually. So it does come to show, like, a fair amount of the rounds where Superstewie got slight out of region guessed, or they guessed near each other. Like, there probably wasn't as much as significant as the individual big hitters that, you know, that Super Stewie did to him back. But this is going to be game, I think, unless it's right between them. And that's a big guess from Hades, and I think that's just going to be GG. So, well played to both players. And that is GG. So, Hades makes it through to round 2. And yep, well played to both players. Very nice first game to start things off. And again, if you're just tuned in, guys, I didn't mean to put it at 0.5 times, but you guys were just that locked in. I couldn't really just interfere, you know. But yeah, the multis weren't meant to be at 0.5, so that is on me. So that's my fault. Sorry about that. But it seemed to go on for a while anyway, and you guys are pretty even. So yeah, sorry about that inconvenience, but it was still a good game, and it was still back and forth. And we probably saw, like, you know, a fair outcome in the end, probably, regardless of the multis. But yeah, GG's. And well played to both players. But yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean that to happen. It's because, like, it defaults to 0.5 and I just didn't change it before the game, and then once I realised you guys were quite locked in, I didn't want to disturb your game. Like, if one of you, like, said something because I didn't see anything in chat, then I would have changed it. But since you guys were locked in, I didn't want to mess you guys around. But yep, does mean ADs will be through to the next round. Because they will, of course, needs to be later. So you've got a fair wait, ADs. So next up, we've got Stevie G against Salix. So feel free to get ready, guys, and I'll make sure it's 0.3 times this time. Again, sorry, I'm supposed to do it for that, and ADs as well. Did not mean to have it be that high. But yeah, the round wins were still added up, yeah. Regardless of the amount of multis, I think the way I lost the multis is then, yeah. Yeah, GG's, yeah. I mean, you kept... I felt like there wasn't much difference, honestly, for a lot of those rounds. And whenever you got a good round, it was a big damage round as well. But it was quite unlucky with the round winning stuff, yeah. So, yep, Stevie G and Salix, let's get you guys in. Welcome in, Sinksy. Hope all is well. Good to see you here. Hope all is well. And Stevie G is here. Perfect. And they're both ready. And yep, let's wish them the best of luck. I will start shortly. I got one blunder, but I don't play Geo regularly now. Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah, I think there was the Belgian round I think that was one incident, and then the round before, I think you had a tunnel vision, didn't you, in the Monty? Yep. Who will win? Will it be Salix or will it be Stevie G? Yeah, of course. All right, let's begin. And hopefully the multis are sorted now. I think I changed it. I mean, for 0.5 multis, it was kind of crazy, like, it went for that long. But I think there was a lot of nice, like, rounds where you could just region guess. And we didn't really get that many big countries, did we? I feel like. And I think that's the good thing about Remote World is you kind of get more... I feel like the distribution isn't as crazy. You know, as other maps that will have like 20% US or something. Yeah, this should be Austria. And it is Stevie G that does take the first round. But again, not much difference there. Hopefully it says 0.3. Yep, 1.3. Yep, it's sorted. Perfect. I mean, you've got a fair wait, AD. I think 30 minutes should be fine. 30 minutes, I think you'll be fine. Probably ping you when it gets towards your game. And Causey needed it to be a bit later anyway, so it'd be fine. Nah, you won't be fine. It's all good. See you later. Yep, take it easy, ADs. I'll catch you later. And well played before. Japan. Yep, kind of a nightmare to region guess this. But so far, I mean, Stevie G is, you know, doing all right. I mean, he's fairly... I think he's well within champ. Salix is definitely a stronger player on paper, though, I would say. But I haven't really seen much gameplay from Stevie G, so I'm pretty interested to see how he does. And that is unlucky. Both had the exact same vibe, but the vibe was completely wrong. That is unlucky. Okay, we've got the most boring UK round of all time with new builds. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere, I could see this being a lot of places, to be honest. I thought like just something middle-ish, and you're probably gonna be fine. This is just a very generic round that you can't really do much about. Yep, it's always near Northampton, bro. It's always near Northampton. But yep, not too much has happened so far in this game. But it is Stevie G that has won 3 out of the 4 rounds so far. But in terms of differential, there's not really been much. It should be Northern Territory. It could be pinpointable as well. Stevie G has left it late, so if he doesn't find it... Okay, I think he hasn't done much Australia, by the looks of it. Yep. And that's where Salix is going to capitalise, and it's a big round from him, so nicely done there. I assume Australia might be one of Stevie G's maybe countries where it might be not as strong at compared to other stuff. But like I said, I mean, he is against Salix, a very, very strong player. We kind of got... It's red car in it, so... I thought like east side. Yeah, I thought east anyway with red car autumn, but it could be west where they are too. I think it was autumn. Maybe I'm mistaken. But the blue car distribution for autumn is very different to the red car distribution in general, so you have to be careful with that. I think I need to like learn like all the car seasons again for Europe properly. I'm looking forward to like actually properly grinding again once the season's over and actually build it up naturally without having to stress about deadlines. That's gonna be a nice feeling when that happens. And let me also encourage to make content around it too, so that'll also be fun. Okay, big round here. I think I prefer Salix, and it is gonna be Borneo, Malaysia, and that is gonna be GG. So Salix with the Malaysia to take the win. And, yep, that will mean Salix will make it through to the next round. And we'll be facing Olympia or Vicarano, which is going to be a crazy tie. I mean, this match coming up is a crazy, crazy tie indeed. But yeah, Stevie G gave it a good go, I feel like. But of course, like, Salix is a very experienced player. It's always going to be a difficult game when you play Salix. But yeah, well played to both players. Next up, we have Olympia against Vicarano. So feel free to get ready, guys, and we can get your game underway. So this is like a repeat from the final we had, I think, last Saturday. I think it was last Saturday, or was it last Friday? It was last Saturday. And it was Olympia that came out on top. But will Vicarano get his revenge? We will see. And yep, I mean, Olympia is the 2-time champion now. He's won 2 in a row on the Saturday. He's not won 1 on the Friday. But we'll see. We'll see. He might be here to win it again, but we'll see how he does against Vicarano. And like I say, I think Vicarano's won it twice as well. And we'll start very shortly. Right, yo, let's begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. Average Olympia saying he's bad at no move moments. Okay, we got an early zoom into Portugal here. It's not Portugal. It is the Turkey chevrons. Yep. I'm glad he switched because he thought it was the Portugal chevron, but it's like a regional chevron, I think. What is this chevron again? It's like meant to be... Is it meant to be like a Bursa or... Oh, I'm mistaken with something else. No, Balikasir. It's Balikasir. Yep. Balikasir has that one, yeah. Bro, I just muddle things up nowadays. That's why I need like a proper full refresh. Yeah, Stevie G. I mean, it's your very first Invitational anyway. And also, like, it's a different environment. So, like, even if, like, in practice you might have done better there, for sure. It's different when you play in a tournament. It just has a different feeling than just playing it casually, for sure. Yeah, both getting that. Speaking of North Australia, we just got it then. I'm a GeoGuessr amateur and I'm loving this game. That is great to hear, man. Oh wait, I know this paint. Yeah, I think like a lot of people just pay attention to just the pro scene nowadays, and it'd be very cool to like, you know, kind of keep, you know, those up and coming players who just also just want to play for fun, you know, keep playing the game, because you don't have to play GeoGuessr. You don't need to play GeoGuessr because you... Sorry, I can't speak. You don't have to feel like you have to get good to play GeoGuessr. You know. That's what I was trying to say, but that sentence might not made of that sentence might not have made sense, bro. I can't speak today. I'll give up. Only because I learned 92 belly dashes today. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not thinking about that at the moment. I'll build stuff like that up, you know, once the league is over, and be a bit more confident, you know. And feel a bit more fresh to kind of take those things slowly. But yeah, so far Vikram does have the points lead, but the round winning has been even. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to grinding normally. Like, I guess like what the time that Circus had, for example, it was nice to have that kind of time again where I can actually sit down and do things properly and space it out. Like, I'm telling you, like, once you get into these competitions, it's kind of horrible with the deadlines and stuff. It's like, it's hard to improve. I mean, the time will come definitely for Zerka if he wants to get in once he's old enough, hopefully. But it's, you know, like I say, also I enjoy getting better at the game as well. Like, I enjoy learning and improving. Like I said, I know I've got potential, I just feel like I haven't really shown it yet. Or I haven't shown anything to what I feel I can show if I just put my head down for a few months. Yeah, I obviously I don't know what to really say about it. I have no idea the reasoning of what happened there. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Did he apply on his main? Because the thing I worry about is maybe if he had an ult like 2400, the Des might not like that. I have no idea. I just have no idea. And did he win the season with an ult as well, or was it his main where he won the season? Because also, if he won the season on his ult, then yeah, I don't know. It'd be a bit nitpicky, but fuck knows. Something must have happened for this decision to be made, but who knows? But I guess we don't have the answers, so that's why we're all quite confused, which is very understandable, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there that who knows what happens. Because also you have to. Also, the thing is like, if you get into the if you get into the qualies, then obviously if you play in your ults against people who are around your range, you'll probably get into trouble. But but you have to qualify before that concern happens, you know, so, or get accepted. So I don't know what's happened there, but the thing I worry about the most with this qualifier thing is, you know, some people get desperate and find ways to, you know, do unfair things. But hopefully everyone plays fair. And you know, the best players qualify, you know, that's what we want. Well, not necessarily best players, but the best performing players during those weeks. You know? Yeah. I mean, who knows, Jeff? Who knows, Jeff? I feel like whenever this open major kind of qualifier happens, there's always some shit that happens. It feels like. Who knows? I don't want to get into a discussion about individual names and stuff. That's not my place. But I just hope things are done fairly and legitimately, and the players that put in the work and did, you know, not necessarily put in work, but perform the best qualify in that span of time. Obviously, if you qualified as a top 10 player, and then you're in the qualifiers, you do shit, then just because you did well to get into qualify doesn't mean you automatically deserve to get in, you know. I kind of hated playing it last year. Yeah, it seemed like a very easy thing to get very, not necessarily well, I guess tilted, but also like frustrated with, because like if you just have a bad day, it's like every time you drop elo, there's more pressure to come back up. So, and then if you drop a lot of elo, then it's like you almost have to give up almost. It's kind of horrible. Like I really don't. I don't like when you play loads and loads of games just so you just hope you get an eventual good run and just time it well. Like I really don't enjoy playing ranked duels, if I'm being honest. In terms of like, you know, for like competitive gain, like if I play competitive duels for a span of time and I get a certain elo and it puts me to a qualifier, that's great. But once I'm in a qualifier, I'd rather play 1v1s against the people in the qualifier, not those who aren't in the qualifier. You know, then it's a bit different. After the 100th Invitational, is there going to be like a break for some time? There'll be something else. There'll be something else that will come into place and replace. And I think I'll give a quick hint, but pretty much there'll be like a league thing going on, and there will also be like, you know, I think it might be like something on like every Saturday evening. There'll be like a tournament that people can qualify for, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And the league, well, when I mean league, I mean multiple leagues. So like people can make content out of it, and also like all abilities can have opportunities to potentially sign up. And obviously there'll be like a big elite league with, you know, the best players that do apply. But I'm not going to go too much in detail right now. But it's something along those lines where it's going to be a lot of fun. And I kind of also want, you know, I want like there to be a bit more flexibility, because obviously the times and stuff for like individual tourneys, and you know, we'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't know how long we've been doing these invitationals, but I think it's been for like 2 years or something crazy. So it's gonna be exciting. And I've like done like kind of like a unique kind of way about things as well that you won't really have probably seen done in that particular way. But Olympia, apparently bad at no move, wins the game. So Olympia does maintain his win streak from last Saturday and beats Vicar Ronald. So well played to Olympia there with a nice Peru guess, and he makes it through to the quarterfinals. Not Vicar Ronald, yeah, Olympia makes it through to the quarterfinals. But yep, GG's to both players. But yes, Alex, I wish you the best of luck, and also just like I hope you find ways to enjoy it. You know, I feel like it's going to get quite brutal, and it's so stressful when it gets close to the deadline. I would hate that. I would hate to be in that. But if you find a way of getting in to like the wild card, then I'd be very happy for you. You've definitely got it in you, man. for sure. But yep, next up, Adams against Apotic. Very fun match. We'll wait for these guys to get ready, and then we'll get this underway when they're both good. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how people do in the actual in this qualifier event, because I feel like in the first 2 weeks you're probably going to see certain people who will be do really well at the start, and then there might be those that might feel like it's almost unrealistic once it gets to the third or fourth week for them to get up, because the elo just feels too much to get themselves to get themselves points. But yeah, I mean, who knows, Jeff, who knows what's going to happen. But I just hope people don't get too stressed out and just play the best they can and just see who, and if they get in, then great. Yeah, I mean, I need to look into the point system. But yeah, I mean, I think what is the point system like, by the way, if you don't mind me asking, guys? Adams is in the lobby in the VC. We just wait for Topotic to get ready too. So we're just waiting for Topotic to join. Might need to message him. I'll just let him know. Yeah, I'll just message him. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the point system. I'm so clueless on how opens work. Yeah, but trying to get high elo when everyone is trying to get high elo is probably way harder than normal, yeah. It's like you have to get yourself to an elo where you kind of can sustain, and then you just have to like hope you get a good run after you have that sustained decent elo. That's probably the strat, is that you want to have like a base elo and then just take advantage of a good run. But yeah, the queuing is very frustrating. That's the thing. That's why I worry about, like, because I feel like the community is so connected that it'll be hard to find people, or then people might be saying, "Oh, can I queue against you?" And then you keep playing against the same person. You never know. People might get annoyed at that. Yep, definitely. But yeah, I think Topotic is here. We'll just wait for him to join the lobby. Give me a second. Is the screen share like broken, guys? Stevie G, I'm going out soon, so go look further. Thank you, man, and I hope you enjoyed playing. Shame you got knocked out first round, but there'll be more opportunities for you to play. Also, welcome in Ingastratullat, hope all is well. Welcome in. And hello there. Olympia, what did Olympia say? Harder, to be honest, would be getting there to top 16 than winning that there, in my opinion, yeah. Yep. Because I could probably like do nothing and still get 16th, yeah. Right, I think we're just gonna jump into it. I think the screen share is just broken. Yeah, I think the screen share is broken, so it's probably fine. Yep, take it easy, Stevie G. Thanks for hopping in. Right, I'll just let them know we're just going to play. I have to type unlucky Bezo. We'll start shortly. There's nothing we can do about that. It's just broken. I mean, if it's not functional, then obviously I trust. I mean, these guys who are playing quite regular, so I can trust them. Surely. Right, we'll start shortly. So best of luck to both players, and let's begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Also, guys, what are your thoughts on like them getting rid of the? Well, you are verified, but what are your thoughts on like the verification ticks being replaced with the the creator stuff? It just to me it feels really weird. And Jormok, welcome in. Hope all is well. He just joined us for a pretty exciting match between Adams and Topotic. Should be a fun one. Yep, so pretty much I only have the green creator button thing, and I don't have the blue tick anymore. So, like, it's weird because, like, I think this, apparently, like, it's meant to, like, say you are verified, but if people just check your profile, it doesn't look like you're verified. Like, the creator role, I feel like, is like a role, like, you could just give to any creator. You know, not any creator, but it's an interesting one, isn't it? But it just feels weird not to have a blue tick. Like, I would much rather have a blue tick with the creator button, for sure. So, don't know the reason behind it, but I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? But it's still kind of quite a random change, for sure. But maybe they're just trying different things out. I mean, it's the time of year where they experiment with fonts every week and stuff, so. Okay, so got some no fronts here. America. Yeah, you've only just realised, Zerka, that's hilarious. Yeah, I only found out like a couple of days ago. I think Senti messaged me about, because he was trying to apply to get verified or something, and then there was this career thing, but thing I had that I lost my tick. I was like, wait, well, have I lost my tick? What have I done? Have I pissed them off? Like, what have I done, Jeff? Okay, it was more west. I was thinking the architecture was very weird. I didn't know where to place that architecture though. But as of right now, I mean, there's not much to separate them. It's only currently round 4, so, and this is not really going to mean much because, yep, pretty much a given round for these guys. But yeah, it's also like it's gonna be interesting to see how the APAC ends as well. I'm curious how that will conclude. I probably might watch a little bit of it, but I'll be on Sundays. I try and go on like a 2-hour walk now to kind of distract myself from anything GeoGuessr related. To be honest, I need like a good few times a week where I need some complete time away from GeoGuessr. So, but I will probably check how Amon's doing and stuff. Yeah, every time I open the game, I see something has changed. Yeah, you're not wrong, Jeff. Maybe the badges should be choosable like avatar borders. Maybe, yeah, but honestly, I feel like it's just better just to have one or both. Yep, nice 5k from Adams, learning the Coca Road. I did recognise that too, so well played to him. First 5k of this Invitational as well, and we're getting some UK. If there's anybody who's not from the UK who's probably got some experience with UK, it's probably Topotic, maybe. But who knows? I'm not sure myself where to send here, really. We're just next to a graveyard. I mean, that just sums up the UK at the moment, to be honest. If we're being real. Of course. I mean, it's the most predictable thing that Topotic's going to send Birmingham. Well, he's not going exactly Birmingham, but he's close enough, yep. Unfortunately, it is Southern. Unlucky Bezo. Interesting. I'm guessing it's Arge, but it's quite an interesting round. I mean, we've got hills on both sides, kind of in a valley. It feels like a kind of a big suburb, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you might as well have both, or have thank you for the redeem, Mayo. I feel like you have to have both, or you have to just have the tick. Because the thing is, you can just put in brackets YouTube in your name, and people, if you're verified, if you see YouTube in the name, they know you've got social media, you know. And there's a thing on the page where you can click onto people's social medias. Like, you don't need a button to tell people that you've got social media, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those changes where they probably should have kept it as it is. Yeah, definitely. But maybe they'll change back. I mean, they do like to experiment a lot, which, you know, I guess when they want to try things out and see what reaction it gets, then there's only one way of doing that, really. To be fair, don't know if they found a place, but it is between them. Also, I didn't realise you've subbed for like 10 months, so big shout out to you, man. Big shout out to you. I haven't really noticed that till now. Thank you so much for the support, man. Means a lot. I do need to like update my my you know, the emotes and stuff. I feel like, especially like, I need to do some stuff for YouTube in the future as well. Oh, that is unlucky. Both sending Bayer on Mexico. I mean, it did feel very weird. I don't blame them. I probably would have gone Brazil there myself. Definitely. But yeah, I do need to work on a fair amount of things for the content. Like, I'm getting my upload schedule a lot better for you guys. And like I say, you guys can choose the videos you like to watch now, which... why has the music just died? That was random. It's like, yep. I know it's like my most recent video got recommended a lot, but then, like, I think it got recommended to, like, maybe the wrong people at the moment, but it's nice to see it recommended, though. Well, that comment's getting deleted. Well, goodbye, mate. First thing I see is a negative comment. Average YouTube. Unlucky. Well, now it's gone. There's no time for negativity. Recent videos were brilliant. That's great to hear. 4 seconds in, bro, they just don't like the intro. They just don't like the intro. They just didn't like my face. They just didn't like my intro on my face. I mean, it's unlucky. It's unlucky. I mean, speaking of conclusions, speaking of jumping to conclusions, I mean, I've noticed they got recommended a lot. So there's probably a lot of people that have probably never seen the channel before, so you probably got to get the odd person to say something. But obviously, want to keep things positive. Like I said, constructive criticism is fine, but that's just... You can't judge something in 4 seconds. like that. Maybe if they expect it to be like zigzag video quality, then maybe I can understand it, because zigzag is the GOAT, you know? Yeah. But like I say, I'm training myself to like not let, you know, people I don't really know affect how I feel about things. So that is just something I need to, you know, get better at. And I feel like I'm improving recently. Jeffington DC, Jeffersville, Jeff. Welcome in, Causey. Yeah. I mean, it's not my problem. If people are like, some people are like that, it's, you know, just not worth the energy, is it? Let's give them the attention. But yeah, thank you for the hydration, Mayo. I think I hydrated, but I'll hydrate again, Jeff, for you. But yeah, I mean, the support in the recent videos has been amazing, guys. So, Causey, I think the screen share's broken. We noticed that. But other than that, I think things have been fine in the VCs. But I haven't really been on messaging Discord recently. Yeah, I mean, it's quite uncommon for me to get like a negative comment on YouTube. I feel like 95, 99% of things is usually really positive. And if there's something, usually it's like, you know, it's constructive. It's not just pure hate kind of comment, you know. It says they have API problems, right? Okay. So I guess if people have issues with Discord as Invitational, they will just let me know, pull it in here, don't they? But yeah, that's going to be game. A nice region guess there from Adams in Turkey. It's going to get him the win. So GG's to both players. Yeah, drinking is so important. Sometimes I forget to drink and get headaches. Yep, to be fair, the Jeff Coke never lets me down. But yep, well played to Adams. So it was a decent game. But it is Turkey that makes a difference there. Horrible seed, to be fair. Crazy Mexico. Didn't think of Mexico there. Yeah. Sure, we need to play like Sidetrack next time. They'd be a bit more chaotic. And lucky Rhino might get rage baited. I'm only joking, Rally. But yep, next up should be, speaking of Rally and Sinksy. Are you guys able to like join the VC? So let me know you guys it's working. If you can attempt to screen share, let me know. If you can. But it might be broken still. I can't start it. Well, like yeah, when just deafen when you're ready. In the VC, but you can join the VC. I've checked that, so that's good. That's good to see. But yeah, I like I say, I'll talk about the YouTube stuff once we get this other game underway. Yeah, not working for me. Yep. Right, we'll just get ready for this game. I could trust you guys. You've played in many invitationals, so there's no stress. Right. Good luck to both players. And we'll start shortly. So Riley did win last Friday's invitational. Will he win back-to-back Fridays? We'll find out today. Sinksy, probably the underdog in this. Definitely probably the underdog, but you never know. Sinksy has had some crazy performances as of late, so we'll see how this game will go. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Riley's turned French. It is what it is. But yeah, it does mean a lot, like, you know, you guys tuning to watch the videos, like, seeing the comments, like, the comments mean a lot as well, like, you know, they mean a lot more than just seeing numbers, that's for sure. So it does mean a lot of you guys, like, watch the videos. And like I say, I'm trying to, like, put more effort into, like, the consistency, because that's something I haven't really been able to do on YouTube for a long time. I've got plenty of things planned. I'm going to try out different like types of videos and try out some different series stuff, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. And like I say, I mean, you could. The thing is, like, you can choose whatever videos you want to watch as well. Like, there's plenty of things. There's plenty of videos to choose from now. So, but I'm going to try and, you know, keep this daily upload going for now, and just see, like, you know, see how the videos do and see how you guys enjoy them, and which videos you like the most, you know. That's the thing. I know like people will be missing the ranked, but that's more of like needing a break away from it because of other reasons that aren't, you know, content related. We did have a Southern Solar roof there, but there is no multi, so Sinksy does survive that, but on any multi I think that might have been game. Yeah, Balmy, I think some people it's not working at all, and for others they can join VC but they can't screen share and stuff. We were talking about Discord being kind of mocking it at the moment. It looks like Riley's going Ice Ice Baby, to be fair. Wait, he's going Oman now? Yeah, these are the type of rounds where like I can't tell if it's like the weird deserty stuff in Oman or in Namibia. And yeah, it was a good switch from Riley there. And that is going to be GG. Well played to Riley there. And yeah, I mean, Riley was in Namibia at first, so definitely, I mean, I think Singster was roughly near where Riley was, but Riley did decide to switch. And yeah, we did have a South Solar roof here. I think it's not this bit, it's like these, like, it's kind of like this game has like these 3 gap things. It's hard to explain. It has like a bit of an angle as well, the roof. Now, that combination is very good for South Sulawesi, but you can get it in Southeast Sula as well, and occasionally West Sula. And I don't know if Salix is still here, but don't you get like some Sulawesi kind of like architecture towards like North Cali and East Cali sometimes as well? But maybe I'm going crazy. Yeah, so I feel like with the West Sumatra roofs, they wouldn't really have like this ornament thing. Like they'll usually have like the thing sticking out, like more sticking out, like not metal. It's more to do with this. It's like looking at the angle and the slope of the roof, like, and the gable. Like the gable is a triangle thing where you see like the gills kind of thing. Like if you look for that, then that's the thing that's the most important thing, not necessarily the slope of the roof, but you can also can bring it up as well. But yeah, like you can see another example here. Like it's this really. It's not the things on the actual top of the house. But yeah, hope that helps mitigate that in the future. But so, I mean, Indonesia is a frustrating country if you're still trying to get used to it for sure. But yeah, GG's. I mean, Riley is the current champ for a reason, so he played very strong there, and a nice Oman switch is what got him the win there. And that will mean in the quarterfinals we get an Adams Riley Rhino matchup, which will be quite a fun match to see. Yeah, like the whole lot just screams. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He just probably just all-fought it, which is fine. I welcome in Mitsuki, by the way. Hope all is well. Did you get into the clause, or did you apply for the clause? I don't know if you're old enough yet, but oh hell no. Oh Jeff. Also welcome in Kirbyzoid. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your message. We had a lot of messages. But yep, hope all is well. Welcome into the stream. But yep, let's give these guys a cheeky little wave. And wish them the best of luck. I'll check if they're all good in the Discord. Yeah, is Sensi having issues with joining the Discord? Senti, I think it's also to do with I think a lot of people are having problems, Senti. It's not just you. Because you were able to do it last week, right? Or am I going crazy? I feel like you were able to do it last time. I think it's just an issue with everybody. Some people are able to go on the Discord and others aren't. I don't think it's a country thing that's going on today. But maybe there's other things that I don't know. But there's other people that can't go on Discord right now, not from your country. So, got an ad. I'll just let these guys know. Yeah, Discord is mocking the bacon. But yeah, this is what I mean with the there's no verification thing here. You get a creator thing. So yep, best luck to both players, and let's jump into it. It's been a while since Discord's been mocking the bacon, to be fair. Yeah, both players go in Namibia. What's more south though, so Senti does take the round 1 win. Okay, we've got Turkey against Bosnia. Not gonna lie, I had a 50-50 on this on Sidetrack at one point. That was quite an interesting 50-50 to have. But I can definitely see how that's happened. But a nice round there from Krish to bounce back from round one and take the lead. Interesting round here, to be fair. Krish Kamara went. I mean, to be fair, I think I've already said that at some point, surely. Surely I have. Wouldn't surprise me if I've done it without realising, to be fair. Yeah, 18,000 reports. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's not just... It's definitely just a whole Discord issue, not specific to a region, for sure. But who knows, it could be a bit of both. This is one of those distinctive Senegal roads. It's either like the white road north of Senti, or it's the road a bit more east. Yeah, it's the yellow road north of Calder. Yeah. To be fair, yeah, Bangladesh here probably go more west, but I don't know. Not too sure at the moment. Interesting round, really. Right, what the Jeffington DC is that B type, or am I going insane, or is that like some CB stuff? Is this slightly tilted? I could see Cheetah here. Unlucky Cheetah, unlucky Bezel, unlucky. Anyways, if you know, you know. Yeah, I do like Cheetah. Looks like Senti is a bit not as confident with the commit. And it is Cheetah. Yeah, he was there at first, but then I think he kind of taught himself out of it. Which is unfortunate. Does happen to us all. Stations Veg. Or They, I think it's called. I don't know the pronunciation, but I am Jeff. I can't pronounce things properly, to be fair. Low-key, can I just need to... Low-key, just try and find a railway and just hope you flip the 5k. Let's be real. But we need probably a pretty big comeback from Senti here, unless there's like a big country or a very hard round. It's going to be pretty difficult, but one big round, he's back in it. But wait, that's not the meta that thing he released, was it? Nah, that's not a pipeline, is it? It's not black tipped. I thought this was like Samara or something towards that area. Could see Saransk. I'm not too sure. I didn't think East West, but maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, it was Saransk. Yep, very nice Oblast guest there from Krish Kamara, and that is gonna be GG. So Krish with a very nice. Well, he just popped off on Russia against the Russian. I mean, fair play to him. Very well deserved win. And that is GG. I can only say facts for 3 minutes. Well, I would do it as I play, I guess, Zeka. So I would do that when I play Zeka. Good luck, Jeff. Tough matchup. Cheers, Jeff. I mean, my expectations at Salix are that low now. Like, I'm coming to terms that this year is just not my year, and I'm just not not being good enough coming into it. But I don't know. I can still give it a good game for sure. I can still have really strong games. But yep, I'll get Zeka in. I'll do the Sword of Saints first, and then I'll do the Redeem once we start. Sick about your French anyway. Oh, he's not French, unlike Rowley. Right, yeah. Yep, cheers, guys. Also, just want it to be a good game to watch as well, not just how I do, you know. I want it to be a good game, regardless. And I think I'll do my best not look at the second monitor, of course. And yeah, I think we're good to go. I think everything's good. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts. Facts, facts. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts. Facts, facts. Facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts are facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. 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 Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts. 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 Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. 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 Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, facts. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. 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 Facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts, facts. Facts, 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 facts. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. I think it's been 3 minutes. Jesus, how many facts have there been? Bro, yeah, that fear round was trying so hard to gaslight me into hungry. Yeah, GG's. Zerko, unlucky on the, obviously he made one round. The turkey was the brutal round, really, weren't it? But I think I played solid there. Hades came back with a question mark and just got spammed with facts, to be fair. It was the stick. Yeah, I see what you've done there, yeah. Yeah, I need to reload Columbia, because I thought it was going to be like one of these roads, because I know there's like a no brake light bit as well as a brake light bit up here. Was it actually legit 25? I might think of 26. I'm probably thinking of 26 copyright, aren't I, maybe? I don't know. It probably has both. But I do need to learn so many countries better. For sure. But yeah, I was happy with my consistency there, for the most part. The Ecuador was... I didn't really bring up Ecuador. I mean, it makes sense, the little bit of red soil, and it felt like it was south, but like I don't know, this hedgerow felt weird, and just like this hill here just did not remind me of south. So, yeah. Yes, Riley, but there's literally roads literally where we went that look almost literally identical. It's pretty much it's the same kind of plant. So I don't know. I feel like I beg to differ. I want to see you do a streak on 50/50s on just them roads and that coverage in those two areas, and see if you have a similar incident. But nah. I mean, I do need to sort that 50/50 out. I think it's a different species as well. I feel like there's a different species of that plant that is found more towards Bogota that isn't found in the north, or something like that. But maybe I'm mistaken. That's why I need to learn my vegetation better, because that could also help on some other situations. But yeah, yeah, I was a bit confused. I don't know about that. You know that antenna, like this antenna here. I know this is found in France and Italy, but I'm not fully sure what the distribution is like in Italy, because I feel like I sent middle, and this area didn't feel like middle to me, so I got really confused to send near Tourney. But I don't know the full distribution of that antenna. Is it long in Cause and Sardinia? I don't remember. I know there is that antenna somewhere in France, I think, or it's very similar. But I don't know about the islands. Yeah, yeah. I've no idea if it's in. Yeah, I think Corse would be white. White. Yeah, actually, yeah, true. Um. Yeah, sure. Sounds good, Salix. Yeah, feel free. I'll have to take a look. Yeah, very B with blue strip. What about very B with blue strip? Oh, you mean yeah? Okay, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, but this is obviously the Italian one. But yep. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, guys. And yep. Who is next up? I've mapped course before. Small cam. Based one, Jeff. So next up we've got Cause against 80, so feel free to get ready, guys. And we'll get your game underway. But yeah, also guys, like I've been taking things a lot easier. Like I've not been putting too much pressure on myself in the last couple of weeks. Like I'm starting to like enjoy playing 1v1s again a bit more. With like, you know, accepting things as they are and just do the best I can with, you know, in the moment kind of thing. And if things go well, great. If things go to shit, then here's what it is, you know. But yeah, feel free to get ready, Causey and ADs. And if you've got issues with joining the Discord, let me know in the Twitch. That would be awesome. Jeff versus Krish Kamara. I'm not going to lie, that is quite the matchup. Not going to lie. We need Chris Kamara to return. We haven't had... yeah, Discord is actually having problems, yes, Alex. So we might have to wait on that, unfortunately. Yeah. Maybe when people start having the... Yeah, I forgot to mention that, yeah. There's a few people having a lot of issues with Discord. Yeah. But yeah, ADs and Corsia are in the lobby at least. We'll give them a cheeky wave. And they're both in the VC as well, so I'll just wish them the best of luck. And we'll start shortly. But yeah, there's like a lot of people having issues, not just you, Alex. But facts. Anyways, best luck to both players, and let's begin the first game of the quarters. It's gonna be revenge, yeah. I think the last time I played Krish, I lost actually as well. But I remember not being happy with how I played. But I think that was every game I played in the last 3 or 4 months, to be honest. If I'm being real. Yeah, it's interesting that this video that I've released is getting recommended a lot more. But I feel like it's recommended to like the wrong people. But like I say, I hope if some of you guys watched it, you enjoyed it, you know. That was a legendary rage. Was that against you? That rage, or was it against somebody else? I actually don't remember who it was. Because wasn't there like 2 rages I had? I don't remember. Was it the Liverpool Kit headset throw, or was it a different one? There's obviously a few on my YouTube as well that I've probably made like a raid that has become a GIF on New Zealand card somewhere. Yeah, you free the headset, yeah. Yeah, it was that one, yeah. I might have not been happy then, I guess. Maybe. But yeah, I put some... I mean, you just gotta laugh, you know. Well, go with, to be fair. Welcome in Too Many Variables. Hope all is well. Oh, Jeff, you're right, to be fair. Olympia's always right. Unless he's saying he's bad at no move, then he's wrong. He just... Whenever he says that, he wins. No move. And when he doesn't say anything, and he loses, that's when he says it. But he played well against Vicar Ronald, though, so... Maybe he can get 3 in the last 4. I mean, if Olympia wins 3 in the last 4, he might be the GOAT, you know? He might be the GOAT. Yep, should just be Switzerland. Hopefully nobody gaslights themselves into Japan. I wonder if I should make like a video where I do like a tier list, maybe of like what I feel like. I don't know, like, has anybody done like a tier list of like country difficulty yet, or like how difficult a country is like for them, or for like the general whole, like, you know what I mean? Like, has anybody done that? Who's like a, you know, more of a proper GeoGuessr creator? Because, like, you can make a tier list of which countries you'd like, I guess, to get in GeoGuessr, but it'd be interesting to see, like, how like, people, like, judge certain countries in terms of difficulty and how important they are. Because I feel like if you asked that question, like, 2 or 3 years ago, I feel like you might get quite different answers to now for some countries. I feel like some countries got a lot easier. There's some stuff where the information's there, but it's hard to learn. Adams will put like Poland as the easiest and best country to get good at in GeoGuessr, guaranteed. I haven't seen that video, a video like that yet. Yeah, I might note that down as like a potential idea. It'd be interesting to like make like some kind of like poll for that and just see how like a whole collective think of that too. But yeah, it's interesting that no one's done that. I mean, I'll keep it noted. Oh, that's a really nice region guess from Causey there. Holy Jefferson Bay. Yeah, maybe 3 years ago, but again, like, I think 3 years ago was so different. There was countries that weren't in the game. There was countries that didn't have resources. Like, I feel like if you were playing the game I think 3 years ago was before the Finbar stuff. Like, pre-Finbar Russia era, like Russia would probably be. It's obviously still probably up there, but it would probably be by far the hardest without, you know, that the Finbar stuff. Before the Finbar stuff got published. But it also depends on the. Oh, that's gonna be game. AD's taking the win there. I didn't see where Causey lost all his health. Like, where did Causey lose his health? It was a 1900 over there. South Thailand, yeah, that was unlucky. Then Vietnam region guess, yeah. So he pretty much got done by Asia, quite essentially. It's unlucky. But yeah, GG's to both players. And, yep. It will mean AD's is through to the semi-finals. I mean, AD's is doing very well today. Getting the results. Yeah, I think it might be something worth trying, because like it depends like what type of tier list you do. You could do like what your favourite countries that come up, or just like which countries you find the easiest or hardest. Like for Olympia, like S tier, I'm assuming those are the countries you find the most fun and easiest because you've learned them well. But yeah, I think it's good because it's always it gives a discussion, you know, because you know someone's definitely, you know, you guys are probably disagreeing with me on something, and it'd be interesting, like maybe at a pro level it'll be different to someone who's at a beginner level as well. Like I feel like it'd be an interesting thing to see or see somebody do, so I might give that a way up for sure. But yep, Salex and Olympia, you guys are up next, so we'll get you in. I mean, you're not washed if you get to the semi-final, Jeff. I mean, I think you're doing better. I think you're better than you think you are. ADs. Yeah, it's just Discord, Salex. Don't stress. I mean, everybody can't do it, so thanks for the heads up, Chris Kamara, though. But I think everybody's unable to do it. Yeah, 10 minutes, I think we'll be fine. Yep. Just be aware, semi-finals is the best of 3, so don't celebrate too early. And yep, we'll start shortly. I wish both players the best of luck. I can't even load channels on Discord at this point, so yeah, it's just fully down. Yeah, it's unlucky. Indo F tier, yeah. Salex is gonna really want Indonesia against you just to, you know, rinse the flour on you. To be fair, if that's a saying. Probably not. That's probably Japanese leaking out there. Yeah. I'm looking forward to like grinding things properly again. Like Indonesia, one of those countries where like it'd be nice to like grind properly and like not think about half grinding it. It's really hard to commit the time you've got deadlines. That's why like I'm kind of like jealous. Like people like Zeka, those who aren't quite old enough yet can can build this up long term. Like I miss having time where you can grind without having that pressure of deadline. For sure. Yeah. Are you rated because of FD because of difficulty or just because you don't enjoy getting it? Because of because sometimes you don't like getting India because of the shit camera quality, or is it just a skill issue? Frustration thing? Because for me, India is one of my strongest countries. But like, the thing is, my strongest countries, like none of them are like top 5. I don't feel like I'm in the top 10 for any of my strong countries anymore. Well, I don't think I was barely anyway. If I can get in the top 10 kind of standard, that'll be great. I feel like I'm definitely capable if I give it the time, for sure. Like I definitely want to commit more with Brazil, that's for sure. And I'm happy I'm just going to have the time. I mean, obviously, if a miracle happens, then Aligarth is very findable. It's one in a UP. Yep, nice find from Salix there. It's also the name of a district, Aligarth. But yeah, I think like Brazil, India, and Canada are meant to be my best 3. And then Mexico used to be alright. Like a year ago and a year and a half ago, I was getting there, but now I'm just shit again. But it's probably better than other countries still. But it feels a bit too random. I feel like I've got worse because I don't know. I feel like I need to get a lot better with like non-car related stuff and not rely on of them being up to date all the time. But I also need to what's it? I just need to like be up to date with the cars as well. I mean, be patient, Owen. Like you got, like take advantage of the time, enjoy the game, and you never know what can happen. Like probably the most like probably the big like I say, like for example, the one I'm really shit at is moving, pinpointing, and that's because I haven't given it anywhere near enough time than others. And I feel like if I do that for the next few months, it'll be up there, I believe, or at least I'll be competing. I hope anyway. Like I got a sub 5 minutes in Minnesota yesterday as well, so I'm starting to get a bit quicker on the speed running on some things, which is good to see. But it's going to take months. Like I feel like moving's the hardest mode to get good at quickly in terms of pinpointing. What on earth is that guess? Did he see something, or did he get Kiribati lessons or something? What's going on there? Did I miss something? It's 50-50. India is a cool country because it has good metas, but the shit cam ruins. Yeah. But the thing is, like, India's shit cam isn't actually as bad. Like, when you play enough India, you kind of get used to it. Like, I feel like the shit cam that is kind of intolerable is, like, the Sultan Principe one and the worst shit cam quality game in Nigeria. Like, those ones I really can't stand, but India's not as bad. Like, obviously, if you get the night cam stuff or the super whitewash stuff, then that's not great. But when it's not whitewashed or night cam shit, then I've kind of got used to it. It's not as bad. But yeah, small cam is really obviously is a lot nicer. But yeah, it is super under research. I feel like there's definitely stuff out there, just not many people get to use it or get to apply it. I think there is resources, but there's definitely more out there for sure. I think it's definitely underrated. Has there really been an India? Has GeoGuessr exploded in India yet? Like have there been any India creators in GeoGuessr that have like exploded? Like on YouTube, like if not, that is quite unusual, wouldn't you think? Like it's happened in Brazil, it's happened in Japan, it's even happened in Poland, to be fair. But like, I don't think, have we really seen it in India yet? Like, it's quite interesting because when India got coverage, you would maybe expect like a creator, but maybe it just doesn't get. Maybe they don't get recommended on my feed or something. But I don't know, Jeff. But I'm quite surprised there hasn't been like a very obvious explosion in India in terms of GeoGuessr, but like compared to like other countries that have had that explosion. I forgot to mention Germany, but yeah. You know what I'm trying to say, guys. Sorry if I'm yapping. Yeah, we've got Sask lines here, the white like chalk marks with the yellow dashes. So that pretty much gives things away. Yeah, but I'm just looking forward to grinding, man. I'm just looking forward to like when the season's over, I'm gonna grind like without deadlines. Actually enjoy grinding again. I'm gonna be so excited, man. I'm looking forward to it. And if I get through, then I'm still gonna not put too much pressure on myself for the for the play-ins. But that's if a miracle does happen. And pretty much the miracle will need me to get 4 points, and pretty much Rallis to get nothing, and then everybody who's on 2 not to get 3 points. And to be honest, like if it's that out of my hands, just just look forward to the event. Don't throw things at yourself. Just accept things as they are, and just see what happens. And the thing is, it's a win-win now. Like I feel like I've given it two weeks of thinking, and I will do a video obviously at the end of the World League, talk about things, and I'm definitely feeling a lot better this week than I was like throughout the entire World League season. When I was stressing myself out and stuff, and getting obviously very frustrated. But yep. I believe I'll be back. I will definitely be back in some form, and I just want to get better at the game and enjoy getting the game. And if I can't do that, if I don't get in next year or something, worst case scenario, I will push for content, and I will, try and help others who also want to, try and achieve that dream as well, maybe, But obviously, that is going to be game, and Salix does take the win in Turkey. It would have been crazy if it was Indonesia, but it was not. That would have been hilarious storytelling. Did we have a single indoor there? I don't know if we did. Did we have anything on the Latvia? How did Salix do that? How did Salix get the road here? I was lucky. It was lucky. Ah, fair. I thought you had like Kiribati lessons, because he always talks about grinding Latvia or playing Latvia. I'm trying to remember if there was any indoor. Yeah, I mean to be fair to Olympia, had really nice guesses. But yeah, the East Turkey was enough, for sure. Salix secretly Latvian. To be fair, he is Peter's friend in disguise. But yep, that will mean Salix will go through to the semi-finals, and yep, GG's to both players. And next up, we've got a banger. We've got an exciting game. Should be fun. Adams against Riley. Now, this, I don't think I've seen this match before or for a very long time. Good luck, Adamington, DC, to be fair. I used to get the world record in Baltic Country Streak in Geotips, to be fair. Yeah, Lucky, I think like one of the my sister's gone through Asia now. There's some like there's another scheduled video, but I'd be like teaching her through like some Europe stuff for the Baltics, so it'd be nice to like recap some Baltic metas that I forgot about. And I think I'll be doing that for like different regions for her in Europe, so it'd be like a nice refresh. And I'll try and pick up some new things, maybe try and learn some coverage metas, slowly through Europe whilst I teach my sister Europe. That'd be quite based to kind of get that kind of covered in a natural way, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, Jeff. But yeah, we'll just wait for Adams to get ready, and then we'll get things underway. Feeling old? Yeah, I mean, bro, I'm getting close to the 30s now. I don't know how old I don't know how old you are, Salix, but I'm like, I think 20. You know you're old when you say I think I'm 26, bro. When you have to check what age you are, you're starting to get old. For sure. Man, time flies as you get older. It's crazy, man. It's scary, honestly. Yeah, 23. I mean, you're young enough, man. Yeah. Yeah, 4 years ago. Well, until the drama happened, unfortunately. But yeah. Um, I just wish these guys the best of luck. And we'll get this underway very shortly. Both players are ready. And yep, we'll start shortly. And we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Jeff, let's go. Yeah, I think when I first started playing GeoGuessr and joined the community in some fashion, I think I must have been like 21 or something. Maybe 22. I think I was 21. Might have been 22. If it was October 2021, I was probably just turned 22. I feel like there's some people who are like in the community now that haven't even reached that age. And I've been playing this game for like 4 or 5 years now. Pretty much. Yeah, 4 years. Good 4 years, I feel like. And I think I'm in my Discord server like 5 years ago. So I think I started playing GeoGuessr in a fashion like 5 years ago. Or close to 5 years ago. So yeah, crazy. Crazy times, man. It's crazy how it's getting close to half a decade. I mean, there's like people who've been around even, equally as long as me who, haven't even reached my age yet. So it's crazy. Why is everyone so old? Because I think Riley's showing his age there. I don't know, Jeff Sick. I mean, I guess that's what happens as a game kind of grows in community. People just stay around. There's a lot of players in, especially the pro scene, that are older than me as well. Like, Contis, I think, is definitely older than me. And there's quite a few people that are older than me. I don't remember, but I don't want to say. I don't know what his exact age is, but I know he's probably in his early 30s now, I think. But maybe I'm mistaken. But I remember him being close to his 30s than me when I first started playing. Yeah, and Olympia is probably the closest person to compete with Vey, to be fair. Yeah, who is the oldest person who's playing? Who is the oldest person like kind of playing GeoGuessr now that was playing it a few years ago? Like, I feel like Vey still plays casually from time to time. Wonder if there's anybody else that springs to mind. But it's really cool to have like a lot of age diversity, because you can kind of get a lot of like games where it's just dominated by like the young age group. Which is natural, of course, but it's good to have like some older players still around. It's pretty cool, and you can learn a lot from these like the more experienced players who've been around for a long time as well. Doesn't need to be skill related. It's just good to have those people in the community, especially if they had the high respect whilst they were when they first started. Are they trying to like 5k? They're not Kiribati, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's quite the compliment, Alex, to be fair. Yeah, Alec, I'm not sure. Yeah, I remember when I first met Wolf, he was very close to his 30s. Wolf Trekker. Now he's probably in his 90s. I'm only joking, Wolf. I'm only joking. I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea how old Alec is. Oh, nice region guess there from Adams there. Very back and forth game. Looks like it's even in the multis as well. We've got a wet road, Colo, I'm guessing. This feels gettable. I feel the wet roads in Colo should be gettable. Unless it isn't at Colo. I mean, I think it is. Yeah, it's strangely flat. Is it like some weird stuff like near Choco or something? Or like south of Choco? I'm not too sure. It's very weird, this. But I'm thinking more towards the north half of Colo. Get me in the lobby. Get me in the lobby. Get me in the lobby, Jeff. To be fair. Anyways. Looks like we've got some Uruguay action here. Trident pulls. Pretty straightforward round for these guys. But I don't know how much these guys have grinded Uruguay, though. I have no idea. Or maybe there was a complaint. Who knows, Jeff? Who knows? And also, like, somebody might have, like... You never know if, like, Wikipedia's, like... Some people just don't want the age to be put out there in the public as well, you know? So maybe there's, like, some reason behind that, to be honest. You could get some absolute idiots who, like, you know, target individuals because of their age, and you need to, like, make sure it doesn't happen, you know? Yeah. It should at least be a choice, or... Especially if you're young, you shouldn't... I don't know. It's a complex thing. I don't really know what the best thing is. I'm not the best person for, like, stuff like that, but... It's something you have to be very careful of on the internet, that's for sure. It's a pretty good game. It's very even, coming into round 10. To be fair. And I got a good dynamite. It's in Australia. Wyaga. I mean, what a name. But I would love to, like, road learn Australia now. Would be fun. Would be fun. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I don't think the Aussies do, though. That's the problem. Salix. Yeah, it'd be nice to get better at Australia, like, actually get pretty good at it, but... You can say that for a lot of countries. Is it like this yellow paint, like, meant to be a meta? I don't remember. This feels like a proper floodplain near a big river or something. It could also be like, yeah... It could be similar to where it was last time, but maybe a bit more up the river. I do like what Adams is. Is Riley trying to cook the baked beans, Jeff? No, he didn't. Yeah, it was Buenaventura. I swear there was like a footballer who played for like an Italian team in FIFA 13 or 14 that was called Buenaventura or somebody. And he was like such a good substitute to take on, you know, to put off the bench. You know? Only the OGs would know that. Well, probably even the people who play FIFA don't know that person because they're too young. We're the same age yet. I'm 600 low peak. I mean, Owen, like, everyone peaks at different times. You just gotta be patient with yourself and just have fun. Like I say, you're gonna learn a lot of things, and you're gonna probably improve your method over time of how you go about things. Like, it takes time, man. Some people just learn things quicker than others, but it doesn't mean that you will never like get to that standard. You can definitely climb up. Like I say, you've got time, man. Like, you don't have to stress about trying to qualify straight away. Like, even when you are good enough to be in the qualifiers, like, you could be like a top 5 seed in the qualifiers and just have a bad day and it's it. You know, like, unless like you're always like automatically in the World League every year. Like, sometimes it's a bit of a flip of a coin. Like, obviously, the better you are, the more likely you will qualify. But it doesn't always go that way, you know. Or they forgot to update it. There's that as well. I don't know if it's automatic, the age thing, if there was an age thing. Or is that a question to me? I don't know if my age is on Wikipedia, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't update the age date, yeah. Yep, do like Norway here. And it's a lot more north than anticipated. Fair amount of damage though, for a round like that. Yep. But yeah, we're currently round 15. Both players playing pretty solid, obviously. Like I feel like Riley and Adams are up there. Definitely, probably like top. Well, definitely the up and coming young players in the community. We have got like a Sumatra. We've got White Car. If it's 24, it can't be North Sumatra. If it's 25, it can be. So we'll see. I mean, both have gone real, but it's a nice region guess from Adams, but it's not going to be game. Riley does survive that. Firma will be a top 4 player. That's my take. Yeah, I think I played Firma a few times on ranked, like a few months back especially. Seems like a pretty solid player. There's a lot of really good French players nowadays, isn't there? But yeah. That's the thing, like, for me, like, I'm alright, but I feel my moving is just so shit. Like, for pinpoint, it's, like, so bad. But it'll get better. I think I saw my moving pinpoint, I'll be so much more dangerous on moving, like, 10 times dangerous than I was in the past. Just because of the information knowledge as well. But that was a really nice reading guess from Adams. And he does take the win there. And yeah, GG's to both players. So we had, you know, a 16-round thriller. Very back and forth game. But it is Adams that takes the win and makes it through to the semi-finals. Yep, GG's lads. And next up we got Chris Kamara against Jeff. And we'll get this underway for this soon. So let me just change the settings and then we'll get ready. Yeah, bro. If you weren't just doing so well in the competitions ADs, you would have gone to sleep. It's all good, but yep. We'll get ready for this game. So good luck to Chris Kamara, and we'll start shortly. Right. Right, let's lock in, guys. Jeff. But I just want to have fun. Just how it goes. Okay, Norway. Any scratches? The scratches. What year is it? 22. It's the West. Interesting. Is this one? This is 22. Okay, it's more south than expected. I haven't really learnt like Norway stuff for a while. I was debating if that could have been Finnmark, which is why I kind of overcommitted there, but I haven't really been up to date with the Norway stuff, unfortunately. Camel car, okay. I think it's good for this area. We don't really see anything to the north. Is it Nabiol or something? I could try Nabiol instead, maybe. Nope, it's just some random suburb, yeah. I didn't really get a vibe for the capital, but I also thought the angles were a bit better for these cities, but then I was a bit suspicious why we didn't see any hills north. Fair enough. This is just SA. Probably. It looks like SA to me. It's kind of elevated, which is intriguing. Yep, it's more north. Yeah, I was debating this this bit as well, but I just wasn't confident enough in myself. Again, like that's not. It's 200 kilometers away. It can definitely be better there. Okay, red car, very sandy. Railway to the west, I guess. We're kind of like doing this. There's not a railway until you go up here, I guess, but I don't think it's that north. I think it's more south. Nope, I should have gone north. Bollocks. Not the best start, but it's early. It's early. Philippines, 24. Corn. Wait. Are we looking at this, maybe? Or am I going insane? Maybe I'm going insane, because usually it's a bit more flat here. I'm probably mocking it. Yeah, some other bloody mountain, yeah. I didn't remember what mountain it was. It was Mount Makiling. Yeah, there's a palm that made me think. I feel like I've seen some palm around Baikal that you get really north as well in Luzon, but yeah, happens. Right, well, this one I don't like because it feels like it should be quite north hard, but could be Cordoba or something, maybe. Pretty sure it is hard. I'm just a bit worried that this could be more north than it appears. That's what I'm worried about here. San Luis. I mean, I had the right idea again. I just didn't bring up San Luis. I felt like it was not as close to the Andes Ridge, but I did bring up San Luis, which is fair enough. Is that striped grey? I think it is. And 24. Some kind of stuff going on. I mean, this feels like, I guess, kind of reminds me about the soil in Veracruz, but it's very brown, which I've seen there before. I think we have the striped calving, the blue striped calving. I kind of have something like around here. What? It was striped. It was striped. What? I'm pissed. I'm actually pissed off. Bro, why is this looking like it's striped car? Like, I literally thought Peru at first, but then I thought it was striped. That's actually rage bait. That's actually thrown me. Oh, it's so annoying. Like literally, it looks paler on the right and the left. Oh my god. That's fucking horseshit. Like, how is it just ended like that as well? None of us got the country. It doesn't deserve to end on that. That's so fucking shit. That's so shit. But GG's. Well played. That is so crap. Like, if you got the country, fair enough. But it looked like it was the black striped car. So I was like, I guess it was 24. It kind of has to be Veracruz. But the thing that confused me though was the it was the fact that we had the orange soil, the reddish soil, which meant to be a bit more east in Veracruz, or more like towards the east side, more south border, the other side of Veracruz. So that really threw me off. But I generally thought it was striped. That was black. That was the black striped car thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I should have just taken things around, but that's kind of annoying. So, I mean, it felt weird that the game ended like that. Like, we both missed it, so yeah, it is what it is, though. It is unlucky. It's just so annoying. Like, I generally got baited by that. It's fair enough. But I guess the Krish Kamara curse continues. Anyways, I guess that means the same final. So, 80s and Salix, feel free to get ready, guys. I can't believe that. I mean, yeah, I just can't believe that happened. But sometimes it happens. It's very frustrating when, like, you play the game for years and you know what cars look like, and then you just think you see this car and it just ends up being just normal black car. And it's just the lighting making it look weird. That's so painful. But there were warning signs there though. That's the thing. Like, it didn't make sense for where it was in Veracruz with the car color. So I should have taken that into mind, and I think that was a lack of experience playing enough Mexico, I guess. Because I feel like if I knew that combination and knew that kind of like combination with the vegetation and landscape, that should be preventable. Even, you know, to make sure, you know, to tell myself that it's probably not that car. You shouldn't trust it. So yeah, it just is what it is, though. It's just kind of frustrating because I just felt it just felt so weird to end on that. Like, because obviously Mexico's so much further away from Peru than Colombia. It just felt weird, like none of us were near and it's over. Especially for a no-move game. But yep, it's worth mentioning. It is a best of 3. So it's worth mentioning, and we'll start shortly. Yeah, I can't believe that happened, but it's fine. Like, end of the day, I'm just here to have a fun time. Nowadays, at this point, I mean, end of the day, if I was good enough, I should be telling myself that the car is not that, because it's blatantly not Veracruz. I've gone past it. I don't have the summary on me about to start the game, Mayo, but yeah, I mean, it was probably quite obvious if we look at it back. I think I just tunnel vision. We tried to confirm the car, and then I got confused with the region guess. But yeah, if there's a chance to look back at it, I will. But we also need to keep the tournament going. Yeah, don't worry, Discord is dying. Yeah, don't stress, Eddie. Just play. It's fine. Lock in, Jeff. Lock in. Right, best luck to both players. And let's begin. Remember, it's a best of 3. And let's see how it goes. I can't believe that happened, though. I mean, that's the type of stuff that happens in the World League, like, this year. Like, there's, like, when I play well this year, there's just, like, one round that just completely causes the, you know, the result. It's like, it doesn't matter before, but to be honest, like, I wasn't as sharp in that game anyway. Like, I should have been a bit more consistent in the earlier rounds anyway. Oh, is it Seika's birthday? Well, happy birthday, Jeff. If it is your birthday, but to be fair, yeah, it's fine. I just can't believe I genuinely thought it was striped. I was like confident as well. So it was like being like, you know what it felt like? It felt like being an Arsenal fan where you're just that confident and you're just so wrong. You know, it's kind of like being like an Arsenal fan that, like, you're so deluded that you think it's that and you think you are this, and then you're just completely wrong. But then again, they could just win everything this year, because I don't know, the Champions League final, PSG should win really. They got the better team, but the league's been so bad this season. The fact that we're 4th just sums up how shit this season's been. Like, we should not be even near 4th. At all. But enough of the football, unless you guys want to talk about it. But we got Rajasthan here, super sandy, so you should be shifting more west into Raj. There's a few trees. I do like the Jaisalmer guess, though. I do like that guess. You have a dash round there from Salex. Is that a bug or... Oh, nope, it's not. Okay, good. Damn, it's crazy how much that video is getting recommended. Jesus. It's crazy because you see like it's getting recommended to the wrong people. Because like I see like the views and I see like there's like 9 likes out of like 300 people. That's kind of funny. But like I say, those who, you know, who do watch it, I hope you enjoyed it. That's the main thing. But it's nice to see actually something getting recommended more for once. But sometimes YouTube does that though. It starts recommending things, a random video all of a sudden that probably has like a better widespread title that can be more searchable, or you know, people are probably more looking for, and then it just gets recommended to those people who will just click on and off, you know, which is normal. That is YouTube. But it's nice to see it getting recommended though, because YouTube can be kind of shit with that. I mean, so far, Salex does have a 1,000 point lead going into round 7. I do like the South Vietnam here. I do agree with that. I think both players are weighing that up. One thing I've learned from Aid is he does like to send fairly quickly. Interesting green water tank. Do green water tanks mean anything? I wonder. I feel like I've really seen green... I've not really noticed green water tanks like that before. But it's probably just some random shit. But who knows? I have not really grinded Vietnam at all. Vietnam is kind of like Chile, but 100 times harder, and I just haven't really spent time grinding it. Because I just don't know where to go with it, really. But, you know, there's coverage merchant stuff, but I just want to get better at it with the architecture, which I think there is a guide out now that got sent somewhere, but with like architecture, but it's one of those countries I feel like it's very frustrating to region guess consistently, like, especially if it's like in the middle or like kind of north and you want to send the right side of the far north and stuff like that. Especially if you want to be like 4.7, 4.8k every round, it's a very frustrating country. For me at least, others probably find it easier. Some of you guys might find it harder, you know. But it's a nice guess there from Salex. Okay, it should be Kenya. I forgot on the pole netters. For West versus Middle. Do we have any Western poles here? I don't think we do. I don't recall these poles being a meta, so it could still be West though. Probably still is. I mean, it could be some outskirts stuff in the middle. Yeah, it's a bit more east. It's more towards Nakuru. Something did feel a bit weird. Definitely. But I'm not good at Kenya, so it's like fair enough, Jeff, to be fair. Ukraine, we're going to see a vehicle Ronald Cook here. We've got A-Type. One thing I've not noticed, they've not checked for the pixel. They've not checked for the pixel, which is interesting. So I feel like they haven't practiced using the guide, or they've done a different method to learning Ukraine. Because to me, that means they've either done a different method, or they haven't really dived into that kind of stuff yet. Because I felt that they would have looked top right in the sky for the A-Type confirmation. And yeah, it is the stuff near Bilataverska, yeah, that makes sense. It was was that pixel, or was that just normal? I think it had to be pixel. The AI has pixel in the sky. Unless it was the weird one. But I don't know. Who knows, Jeff? I'm just yapping down my ass. Anyways, this is bots. I do like the mound early send. It could be something near mound as well. I don't agree with Sawari. I definitely think it's going to be more north. It's a big round there from Salex. It's not going to be game though, so ADs can come back. But it's going to be difficult. Interesting split in the multis. I mean, he's got 2.5 times. We've got some potential info here to find. Looks like I think Salex found a town that was on the sign. And that is going to be GG. So a very nice win there from Salex. But it is a best of 3. Let me just change things over. Move the scores and stuff. So Salex does win the first game. And we can move on to the next one, to be fair. Rightio. Let's jump into it. But yeah, if anyone's on YouTube and you're enjoying the stream, feel free to let me know. Like I say, the best way of letting me know is dropping a like. Like I say, I'm trying to, you know, stream on both. So like, if you enjoy these, let me know. You know, I appreciate all your support. And like I say, if you watched any of the recent videos, then I hope you also enjoyed them too. But of course, we're also on Twitch too, and it looks like this round probably Manny or a very weird Sask. I'd probably go Manny, maybe more south. Yeah, it was more south. That is very fair. Like I say, Salix only needs to win one more game here, and then he'll be through to the final. But ADs is still alive. I think this should be Cambodia with this car, and I feel like tiled roofs in Thailand would be very sus. So seeing a tiled roof, if you're in a route with Thailand and Cambodia, I think you usually should send Cambo, but maybe I'm mocking the bacon, but I think that's a good thing to use if you are not as familiar with the two yet, if you're more of an up-and-coming kind of new player, especially. It's a round win from ADs there, but like I say, it's only the end of the second round, so not much has happened yet. 1 minute? 1 minute for what, Jeff? Was the football tonight, or am I going crazy? We're playing Chelsea the weekend, I know that. Nice round there from Salix. I think it was in MS though. I actually don't know if there's any Friday night football in the Premier League right now. I want to check over. So we've got South Africa here. I would probably go more towards the north, right? Like towards Esther with that landscape. Yeah, we play at 12:30 Liverpool. Actually, I play at lunchtime. I didn't realise that. I thought we were playing on the Sunday, if anything. I didn't realise we were playing tomorrow. Fair enough. Yeah, 12:30. I mean, Chelsea are an absolute shambles, but then again, we drew to Spurs at Anfield, so anything's fucking possible. I'm here. Well, welcome back, Jeff. It's currently 1-0, so we'll see. ADs needs to guess. I actually don't mind the Mato Grosso call, but I think it might be Rondonia. Yeah, I think it was some weird Rondonia stuff. But it's a nice round for Sides to take some good points off ADs there. So again, ADs is trailing. I mean, Sides is the more experienced player. It's slightly tilted left. Interesting environment. Is that the B? Is that the kind of like slightly tilted B? I think it is, right. So when it's more towards like June, July, is that more of a? I mean, it could be Kirov, but I feel like this is more like south of Ivanova or something. That's something like Ivanova or Vladimir. I don't know. I don't know where it gets quite nice weather like this all the season. I mean, Yaroslavl I know has both, so Yaroslavl would have worked. But I think it was that antenna type anyway. I feel like Kirov has some tilted, but I don't know if it's proper if it's the same antenna type to the one you get in Yaroslavl and Vladimir and stuff. But I might be mocking the bacon. I haven't practiced Russia properly for a while. But yeah, this should be Australia, mate. Yeah, both players on the one, but the one is very long, so it could be very punishing. You never know. 1 point, 2 points 2 times. If it's in Sight's favour, it's going to be very punishing. But it was actually just the one, to be fair. So it is 80s that does get the round win there, and a little bit of points too. Nothing too crazy though, but we've got Stripe Car 26. So is this the what is it? Is it the copy Apple stuff, or am I muddling it up? Is it copy Apple that has 26? I mean, Adams, I think was it the Chili stream? Was it copy Apple, or was it something else? I'm trying to remember the distribution in my head. It's very standard for copy Apple, but that's why I remember it. Yep, it's just around copy Apple. Yeah, it's just more towards the junior area west of it, which makes sense. But that is going to be game. So GG's. Well played to Salex. So Salex is confirmed to be our first finalist. Very well played to him. And also GG's to Hades as well. Was a good run. But also you're playing against quite an experienced player who's also in the qualifiers. So you did a good job. Yeah. Didn't know Strat 26 was a time. I think that, yeah, I was doing a chili stream and I was showing some 26 stuff. And there was Strat 26 there. Around there. Because I feel like you could so easily send much more north for that landscape for sure. But it's definitely a good one to keep in mind. I think there's a fair bit of it now. I was thinking about the new national park in Chile which received coverage. Yeah, that's very fair too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was taken in 2025, but the copyright was 2026. Yeah. You said 26. Yeah. It's probably it's something similar. It's probably the same car. Yeah, kind of thing going on. It's taken around a similar time. But yep, well played to Salex there. So Salex will be playing the winner of Adams or Krish. So let's get these guys in and we'll get this game underway fairly soon. Good night, Jeff. Yep, take it easy, Hades. Yeah, get the rest, get the sleep. And you're getting a late game tomorrow, aren't you? So, yep, well played today. And you did great to get to the semi-final. So, yep, take it easy, man, and thank you for playing. Right, yo. We'll just wait for Adams to hop in and then we'll get things moving. Damn, there's a few people hanging out in the VCs. But Adams is there in the VC, so we'll just wait for him to join the party, I guess. Which he's probably here now. Nope. We'll just wait. Okay, Adams is here. Perfect. So I'll just wish both players the best of luck. And we'll start shortly. So yep, the winner will play Salex in the final. Best of luck to both of them. And let's see what happens. I also need to update the score, don't I? I could just start that whilst updating the score, can't I? Because I've got two screens now, so we don't have that like pause screen. It's good to have two monitors. Though I think for the World League, when the World League happens, I'll probably make sure the second monitor's obviously not connected and off. I always get scared of that shit. Whenever I only have one monitor on. But yep, looks like we've got Bulgaria here, and it's a nice region guess from Adams to start things off. But yep, hope you guys are enjoying this tourney. It is the 94th Invitational. We will have one tomorrow morning as well at 9:30 AM BST. Of course, that'll be our 95th. Looks like we've got some small Camperoo here. Don't mind Adam's guess. So yep, we will be stopping the Invitationals after the 100th anniversary. So there is only a small amount left. So if you ever wanted to play in one before, you know, it reaches a conclusion, then feel free to join my Discord or contact me in Discord DMs. Well, maybe Discord's broken, but you get the gist. You can join my Discord server and you can apply that way. But like I said, there isn't going to be many left. And the 100th will probably be quite a big one. So there'll be probably maybe it might be a big demand. I mean, I hope there'll be a big demand because it is the last one. And yep, like I say, these won't last forever. And I hope you enjoy these as they last, because we'll be doing this for 2 years and eventually we'll change it up, in June and start a new adventure, I guess, with something else. But yep, so far this game, obviously nothing's really happened. The Earth stages, unless a hard round or a very big country comes up where there's no blatant metas, we're not going to see too much. But we've got a 22. So what was 22 distribution? Does anybody remember what was 22 distribution? Because it's not the normal one, is it? I think it's the main island. Is it more of like a south thing or a north thing, 22? The farm thing. I don't remember. I feel like Adams' guess where it's 40s. But yeah, maybe 22 is like more towards the east coast. I don't know the 20s very well. I don't know, the 40s are the ones that come up most often. The if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was that farm. It was that like farmland thing that kind of like that code that said 20 something at the start. But this should be Turkey though. I mean, pretty straightforward Turkey. There might be some info on that shop, but I don't think they've used it or spotted it. But Adams is weighing up Izmir. Looks like Chris is thinking something along those lines, but Adams is just scanning. But both players do guess the same place, and it was just north of Bursa. I do wonder if Adams was just scanning that the coast, or he saw it on a shop and just didn't find the place. Not too sure which of the two it was. Maybe it was both, who knows. Got some interesting white car, very wide shoulders, usually quite good for Manitoba. With the wide, you know, the wide kind of like sandy kind of gravel dirt. It's an interesting one though. Not really seen this much before. It looks like Chris is thinking more Sask. It's possible. I would have gone more east if I was in Sask though. And that's a big round. That's going to be a lot of points for Adams. It's going to be a lot of points gone from Chris because, like, if you miss the prayers, you lose a lot of points. Like, you know, it's a very punishable area. It's very underrated, I feel like, with the roulette consistency. Got some old 21 copyright blue, which is interesting. I was thinking something like SP near MS kind of area. Kind of feels similar to that. I feel like, I don't know if 21 blue is actually not. I don't even think if, is 21 blue even a thing in MS? I don't even know. I don't even remember. I think it's rare to get a certain blue car in a certain year for a few years, I think, in MS. I think the old coverage doesn't really have much blue car. The older stuff in MS. I think it's usually just stripes if it's old. So Goyas or SP would have worked. I would have gone SP, West SP near MS, but it was actually Goyas, so fair enough. We have got an early zoom here. Yeah, it could be that Aussie place, to be fair. I don't mind that call. It's going to be something like that in the south. And Chris is thinking more north. I definitely prefer where Adams is. He might be more south now. I'm taking a look. Nah, he's definitely more north. Yeah, I think I prefer Adams a lot more. Yeah, but Adams did find it. A very nice guess there. And that is going to be 1-0 to the Polish Don. So that'll be 1-0. And we'll get the next game underway very shortly. And yep, very well-deserved win there from Adams. And let's begin game number 2. Okay, Brookshire schools. No, it's Kenya. It's a weird one. It could be outskirts Nairobi. I do like the Nakuru shout as well, unless they've seen something said Nakuru. I don't mind either of those guesses. But it's just gonna be near Nairobi, yeah. I mean, very fair guesses. I think Adams kind of got put off a bit by the dryness, maybe, potentially, with the shrubs. Who knows? Welcome inside scans, hope all is well. Yeah, he'll need a big comeback here, but it's definitely capable. For sure. Good to see some crazy support in the chat. We'll see where they go, because they've not zoomed in onto the country yet. We could see different countries. I mean, I just thought it was Italy. We've got different region guesses. I would have gone more towards San Marino here. But it's just a nice region guess from Adams. Very well played. But again, not too much is happening in the early rounds at the moment. It looks like we're getting some Kazakhstan action. Yeah, I do like where Adams is. With the railway, the hills to the north. It does feel like that road towards Kental, if I remember correctly. I think that's the road he zoomed in onto. It's quite a learnable road. Yep, it was that. He did zoom into that, yeah. Nice one from Adams there. Very clean performance so far. Yep. For sure, Jeff. Interesting snow coverage. Maybe you go towards Isle Mull, maybe. Something around that area. Hills kind of feel like around the Glencut area, but I feel like it's a bit more west of that. I feel like autumn coverage is quite common around that area. And the hills kind of feel like that kind of more towards that area. Like, I do like where Adams is. Chris is trying to line something up. He is near Mull as well, but it actually is going to be a bit more north. It makes sense. It's quite hard to region guess that. But right now, Adams has a pretty, he's been playing pretty clean, to be honest. But Chris is only 800 points behind. It's not like he's been completely blown out of the water. He's still in the green. For sure. Definitely a very open game still. I do like the South Talent shout. I feel like, yeah, Songclair or Fatalong has black car. Might be mistaken. Yeah, I feel like in FLC if I'm right, wouldn't it be weird to see black car there? It's usually like another car. Yeah, I did like Fatalong and Songclair better. But maybe I'm going crazy. But it didn't end up being there, but it might have been a fluke. It's Chris that does win that round though. But both players are a bit off there in Thailand, but both kind of have the right idea. It's going to be south, more towards the peninsula at least. Which is good to see, of course. We should be in Russia here. No blue strip license plate. It's got some Cyrillic. This feels kind of something like... Honestly, this could be some outskirts St. Petersburg stuff. It wouldn't surprise me. But you'll probably see Moscow sent here. That's probably the most safe option. But it could be a weird nation with the pale soil. But I would be careful of Moscow because I feel like I've seen that kind of like sandy soil near Ryazan as well, and that's kind of there are certain pockets where it can get quite sandy. So yeah, an unfortunate switch there from Chris, but it doesn't punish him too much. He's still in it, still in the green. This is going to be just knowing the coverage. I think a key toss I do agree with. That was my first thought. It just say Loretto, I think, or something, so maybe. It looks like Chris is uncertain. He looks like he's on a toss between a Akitos and Pucallpa. And we'll see, but I think I agree with Adams here. And I think that's going to be not game. He survives. He survives. Now he needs a big comeback. Because Adams has not really put a foot wrong in this game at all. It's been very clean and consistent. Okay, an interesting polls here. I assume it's indoor, but the polls are very weird. Or is it not indoor? It's Bangladesh would work better with the coastal trees. But we are going to get an indoor versus Bangladesh here. And I did really like the Bangladesh polls. Because I did really like Bangladesh with the road and the coastal trees. The polls are just super weird though, so I don't blame Chris for thinking indoor there, because I was thinking indoor too until I saw Adam zoom into Bangladesh. So, yep, GG. I mean, Adams just played very clean there, very consistent as well. Didn't really put a foot wrong. I mean, the only round was probably the Songclair round in Thailand. Other than that, he was pretty much on it every single round. So, very well played to Adams. Very well deserved. I mean, Chris, you played solid as well, but Adams was just on it there. And didn't really... Just played super consistent and played very well. To be fair. At least he didn't get like a dodgy striped car in Brazil, to be fair. And not Brazil, Peru. Well, it obviously wasn't stripes, but you get the point. But yep. That has confirmed the finals though. So we've got Sabex against Adams. So, for context, guys, in terms of the history, Salex has actually won the Invitational 3 times. And Adams has won the Invitational a grand total of 5 times. So we're going to see either a 6-time champion or a 4-time champion. So these guys have won multiple invitationals. It looks like Salix can screen share now. Maybe Adams can test that out himself, but very well played to Adams there. I mean, it doesn't really matter now. I mean, I can trust you guys anyway. But yeah, let's get Salix in. And I'll just double check if they are good to go. It's been a good tourney. There's been some really good games. But now we've got the final between Adams and Salix, aka France against Poland. All good. Nice. Right, so let's wish them the best of luck. I will start shortly. Ready up. Best of luck to both players. And let's begin the final in 3, 2, 1. Jeff. Yeah, sure, Brazil. We've got the skinny fake, you know, wooden poles here. I could see something like... I could even see like a Tocantins here. I do like the Tocantins guess. I do really like the Tocantins. Otherwise, maybe a weird Minas or North Goyas, but... Yeah, I guess it's just North Minas. Yeah, I mean, it's actually right on the border of Bayer. That's really interesting. I guess the saw made sense for around Conquista, but it's quite tricky to use that with a small cam. Usually you want like the, you know, the 23 cluster to kind of double confirm it. But obviously that was small cam, so obviously it wasn't the 23 cluster. We've got the Bolivia. It's, you know, Bolivia's probably quite a learnable country. Like, one of my goals probably is to try and make sure like certain coverage countries are just road learnt, because I feel like I haven't really memorized them, or I've not got to some, but I've also need to revisit some that I used to be very clean at. And it shouldn't require too much effort, you know. And like I said, look, Adams getting the road there. It just shows he studied that stuff. And a very nice and clean round from him there. But it is Salix in the lead coming to round 3. And we get Indonesia. We've got the Central and Eastern Java car. Well, it's not exclusive to Central and Eastern Java, but it's by far most common there. But you can definitely get it in like West Java. There's certain pockets you can get it. Did Salix see a pole? Like, yeah, is that pole more of a West Java Banten thing? I feel like there might have been a pole that gave that away, but maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, I think there might have been a pole that could have helped there. But yeah, that, like I said, like, it's not exclusive to Central and Eastern Java. It's just by far most common there. I've seen that in Banten before, somewhere else that was nowhere near Central and Eastern Java. So it's good that that came up, because, you know, it's just because like just the Gen 3 of that is just more common in that area rather than it being exclusive. It's just quite rare to see in those other areas. But yeah, I mean, that is Indonesia for you. Salix is definitely one of the best Indonesia players, especially over a very prolonged period of time. He's probably... wouldn't surprise if he's like... I feel like he probably is top 3 at least. Especially from what I've heard at least, but... especially longevity-wise, he's been quite consistently good at it for a long time, so... don't know how he feels about it comparatively with others, but... you know, for those who don't grind Indonesia as much at the pro level, he's definitely looked up as like one of the best players for sure out the country. But I think we are in Greece here, and both players are going to go Greece. But we've got different region guesses here. Well, there was a Corinth guess actually in hindsight. I thought he guessed on the other land, but I guess he hedged a little bit. But right now it is Salix that does have the lead. The Indonesia was a good amount of damage that benefited him. And this should be Norway. We've got kind of like long outer dashes. Very good for Norway, of course. For these players, though, it'd be more down to region guessing. Is there agricultural practice here? I feel like there is like crop agriculture, so I probably won't send too far away from Oslo. To be honest, it could be a little bit west of Oslo too. I do think both guesses are very fair. Quite similar as well, to be honest, as well. So we'll see. And yep, both players really close there, but it is Adams that does win the round. But both players pretty much did the best they could there without 5k in it, really. Interesting metal pole, trying to be dodgy. Very lush coverage. It feels like it's trying to be like east, so I could see like an East Maharashtra. I could also see that stuff like Shatterscarf maybe, but I don't know about these metal poles. Like it's very common for Maharashtra to have metal poles like this, but it could be something else. I'm always wary with small cam new stuff coming out that there are exceptions, and it was actually more towards Jharkhand. Yeah, I was a bit more worried about the east. Like I feel like if it was Maharashtra, it would have had to be very East Maharashtra. But as of right now, it is Celeste that does have a decent lead, like 1.7k roughly difference, maybe 1.8 if I can actually do maths. But this should be Japan. I think we had a Kanto kind of pole top thing going on, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of like on a decent, like kind of some sort of valley, like a decent river crossing as well. But in Chigoku, I mean Chigoku can have the Kanto pole top as well, so it does make sense if it is there. But it is just the Kanto pole top. I think it's just, I guess it's leaked. It is in Yamanashi, yeah, it is more Kanto. But Chigoku can have that, but I feel like it's usually more skinny, I feel like. It's not as bulky, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe you can get the bulky one in Chigoku. But I thought the more bulky one was more of a Kanto thing, but there is one that's very similar in Chigoku at the very minimum. We have a quick early send there, north of Madrid from Salex. Okay, Adams also weighing up that area too. And it is Adams that does win the round, but again, both players being very clean there. Should be South Africa. Interesting gravelly road. Interesting pole tops as well. Maybe Riley would get this road. Who knows, Jeff? It's a weird one. It's a very weird round. I'm intrigued to see what this is really. Yeah, it's actually surprisingly north. It's a good round for Salex again. Salex definitely giving Adams proper good game here, and is in the lead. I mean, definitely Indonesia definitely helped. We've got A-type here, May, usually quite good for Karelia, that combination, especially with northern vegetation. So here the players are going to just try and find something that's decent. It feels like some sort of construction section, which I'm trying to remember what that if that repeats or it's just like one certain section of the main road, but I think it has to be the main road, but we'll see. Could be some decent points. Oh, nope, it's the other A-type that's in Arkhangelsk. Yeah, I forget that exists. It's quite rare to come across that, but it does exist. Because I feel like usually you would see like the Vinicity with the dot on the antenna for B is very good for that, I think. So I do agree with Vinitsia here. Not pronounced that, but unlucky Bezo. Could be something nearby. But I forgot what I was talking about. But anyways, pretty decent first game right now. Both players showing their level, their quality. So, and yep, it was Vinistia kind of region. I think it's very common for May and the dots kind of antenna thing to have that combination there. So pretty well played from both players. They know their stuff, as you'd expect. Yeah, I haven't really learned the Taiwan stuff yet, but there is like RMRG has published a guide. I think Angelo grinded a lot of Taiwan as well. I think, did he publish something? I feel like Angelo did publish something as well. But yeah, there is definitely some stuff out there now for Taiwan, and it was quite north as well, so decent points for Salex there for a country that's not too big, Anyways, what round is this? Round 14. So we have... Is this like... I thought... Is this Crow or is this... Bulg? The polls are kind of weird, aren't they? I guess. So maybe it's just Bulg, but... Yeah, I guess it's just Bulg. It could be the weird North stuff. Is it 23? It might be 23. 23, is that more of a West thing? Usually, but maybe I'm mistaken. I don't fully remember. Could have been updated copyright. I didn't really check the copyright. I thought it said 23. So I feel like there's some combination of 23 in Bulgaria where it's mostly in the West. Or it's just 23 in general, the copyright. But I don't fully remember. Anyways, we're in Mexico here. Bulgaria camera is cringe, but I mean, if it's useful to help you win games, then you might as well take advantage of it, you know? Especially if it's been around. If it's 23 copyright, it's been there for like 2 or 3 years, you know? So it's kind of a bit... So when you lose to it, it's kind of... Yeah, kind of just... down to you, really. But if you can vibe guess without it, then that's obviously very based, obviously. But you know, with how crazy the level is nowadays, you kind of need to... at times just find those little bits to give you them round wins, those advantages, especially with like the multis. Like if you win a round, like in compared to Dukes now, you get 0.5 multis increase. Like there's even more incentive to kind of like find these like sneaky pockets. Especially, you know, it's not just about just about beating somebody who's on low health and get the job done. But it's also like actually getting the multis now from it. I've never learned Bulgaria, should I? I mean, I think it's one of the more learnable coverage kind of seasonal, you know, places. But I feel like that's gonna be game. Quite anticlimactic on Austria, but Salex was in the lead throughout most of the game and deserved the win. But yep, Adam's health was a bit too low there, and that will be 1-0 to Salex. But yeah, what I would say about Bulgaria is very learnable. However, I feel like you can apply the same logic with Bulgaria with quite a few other European countries. Like Romania is very learnable, and also with Romania you can also learn a lot of stuff that isn't Carmet related, so I think Romania might be more friendly. But also I guess maybe ask Bulgaria and Georgia if you should learn Bulgarian. Maybe he will be the best person for that, to be fair. I mean, it's in his name. But we're back in Europe here. First thought was like stuff like, I thought Croatia first, but this could be something else. This could be just a weird France or something, or Italy. The road kind of feels... Does the road feel French or Czech? It feels weird. This road feels very weird. I guess like shit road quality could work for Italy especially, but this is a weird round. If this is UK, it's rage bait. Spain, yeah, that makes sense. I felt somebody cooked Spain in a game last week or something. Or was it in the it was in the live challenge, so only like region gets Spain or something on like a very hard round similar to that. That's very fair. Probably just shy, to be honest. Or he's just too locked in, Jeff. One of the two. Sometimes when I play with other people, I get really quiet. Now, when you get used to playing with somebody regularly, it becomes more natural over time. Both in Quebec there. I did prefer more west. Adams is going to take advantage of that though. So Adams starting off with the first 2 round wins. This is a classic. I think this is just the road. Is it the west road or the east road? What direction are we travelling? We're travelling south. We're travelling... We're kind of on a bend. I do much prefer Adams. I think it's going to be this road. Okay, Solace is there now. This road, I think, has something similar, but I don't think it has the solid as red. There's some difference. I think driving direction is a bit different too, but it's been a while since I revised Russia, so yep. Jeff. Okay, we've got like a bit of like the rubber missing in the top right, so you should be sending more north in Namibia here. Like, kind of where Salix is zooming in. That is roughly around that area is good. That kind of is quite OP. There's a couple of road exceptions, but you're not going to mull up with this landscape, so it's more of that, the more hill landscape you might go more south on. But I think both players are kind of near each other, so we're going to see... Oh, that was a nice road guess there from Salix. I'm having nightmares with Namibia. Yeah. Man, I mean, if Namibia gets rid of its bloody... If Namibia hides the car, it's going to be a very frustrating country to get good at again. I mean, like I say, you press a lot in Namibia, you just pick up the vibes and just pick up the roads, but I don't think there's much, like... You kind of just have to, like, learn the roads in a different method, like, to other countries. Like, Kazakhstan, for example, if it completely blurs the car fully in the future, like, completely, it's still probably savable. Whereas I think Namibia, it might get a lot... It's a lot more rough for that to happen. Unless, like, unless it's distinctive cloud coverage, then... Or, like, just a very distinctive area, like, kind of, like, trying to guess random roads within, like, those kind of, like, valleys, it might get quite annoying. But that's why you gotta, like, be good at taking everything in, not just one thing. So, yeah. Yeah, the northern roads, like, the thing is that you know the northern roads, but then, like, you kind of guess the wrong section of the northern road, and then you're, like, 200 kilometers away, and it's like you might as well have just learnt the right sections of the northern roads themselves. So, like, even the north can be very annoying with, like, getting the right section. Even just if it's on the one road, very frustrating. But this is a pretty good game so far. We're coming into round 7, both in the green. Pretty comfortably in the green as well, as we speak. Are we in Turkey? We've got some wind farms. There is a little hint of flat roofs, which is interesting. I wonder if this is, like, more, like, south. Like, I wonder if it's, like, going to be, like, something, like, around this area, but maybe I'm going crazy. I think I've seen some flat roof. I mean, we are going on Dana. I mean, I could see it with a flat roof. Damn, why is there a flat roof there? Bro, why is there a flat roof? Yeah, I think I know why Adams did that. But there was like 2 flat roofs there, I swear. That was quite basic, but it felt very western. Okay, this is a very distinctive road in North Colombia. I think it's... Is it more north than that, I think? Maybe I'm running up the other one. I feel there's another one. But maybe there is a... I mean, they're both on it anyway. They're both going to get 4.9k or 4.8k at most, so... We'll see. Adams is taking his time. Trying to find something that does work. Yeah, it was the more northern stuff, yeah. I was second guessing myself. Because they were both committing more towards the south, but yeah, I have learned that. That's probably one of the few Gen 3 roads I've kind of learned to save that roulette. But again, like, once you leave for a bit, you just start losing confidence. That's the issue, really. Anyhow, what have we got here? Romania, Gen 3, High B. I'm trying to remember what that meant. I think there was some stuff near Cluj. There was some stuff like middle, like near Cluj, and then there was like one in the east, but I don't fully remember. Yeah, there was definitely like a High B in the east somewhere, but I don't 100% remember. But it did feel more east with the hills and stuff, so it would have been weird to be around there. Yeah. Yeah, just feel towards like to me it feels towards Coy Hague, this. I don't know if we had any like wooden poles or poles for on the road, but it was a bit more south than where I thought it was, unless I'm just lost my bearings. But again, it is Salix that does have the lead, and we have got Indonesia, which is probably not the best time, but it is Java again, so if it's not an obvious region guess Java, I'm not sure how consistent Adams is with Java itself. Interesting pavement there. So Adams is in East Java, and so is Salix right now. So they're both going to be on top of each other. And it was near Probolingo, so fair enough. Yeah, each Java payment, I mean, yeah, it works until it doesn't. It's kind of like one of those methods that works, but it does have exceptions. You gotta be careful with it, with tunnel visioning on just on its own. But if you've got nothing else, then you might as well trust it, you know. In Java, especially. It's kind of like, you know, similar thing with central Java payment. You kind of just have to make sure you just don't tunnel vision on that sometimes. But if you've got nothing else, it's usually better to use it than not, for sure. Nice region guess there from Adams, getting Chaya Fun. But it is Salix that does have the lead going to round 13. And he does have the Mois. And both players are going to get the road here. North Senegal is quite road learnable. We'll see. It is a long road though. Could be a differential, but yeah, both players on it. Adams almost on the 5k, but not quite. Okay, Hawaii white car, so that's good for the Big Island. And no, you don't get the Big Island, do you? You get it on the smaller islands, kind of in the middle, and you get it on the most western island. What's it called? I think it's gonna be the most. I feel like it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be this one. I think this one has white car, and I think these ones have 2 of these, or all these have white car. I think this is only black car. Same with Honolulu, but I feel like it's gonna be more west. Yeah, it's gonna be the west stuff. Yeah, get me in the lobby, Jeff. Get me in the lobby. Yep. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure about those 3 islands. I don't know if they're all white car or one of them's all black. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, put Jeff in, but unfortunately, getting optically illusioned by a Peru car is what you know I need to avoid, I guess, for the next time. That's what unfortunately caused my demise this week. But like I said, you were playing better than me until that point anyway. Wait, are they in different regions? I think that's a. Yeah, I'm surprised he went so far east there, Salix. Yeah, he might have been thinking about some like disconnected pronounced B stuff that still exists around there. I mean, maybe that's what he was thinking of, which I can see, but kind of like the cloud coverage is really good for that road still. So unless it's very similar, I don't normally see people commit that. I mean, not many people know about that probably, so it's very fair. But yeah, both players are trying their best to actually try and find the pinpoint here to win the round. So. But I think Adams is a bit more locked in with the pinpoint today, it looks like. But both players are kind of weigh up their options. And it is Salix that does take the round win there. But it is Adams that does have the lead. But I think... Yeah, Adams has had 4 rounds in a row where he's won. So we've got dead even multis now, 3.4 times. Could be Kazan this. Maybe it's... Yeah, is there Kazan trees in the distance? I can't make it out. Maybe not. It's not Penza. I don't think we had Red-Kided Way. I don't mind the Ryazan shouts. It could be like, again, Saransk or something. Was it? It was near Kazan. I had the right idea. My first thought was correct, really. My first thought was correct. I just overthought it. But Salix is hanging on. But we've had a lot of rush today. We've got blurred antenna, quite sandy on the sides. This might be crucial. Yeah, rush has proved to be very important in this invitational today. And Salix has sent on the Smolensk-Antver border. I'm trying to remember if there is blurred there. Yep, both players on the same road. Very high level game here. Both players playing exceptionally well. It's also telling me to actually get better rusher again. But yep, round 19. This has been a crazy final. Like one of the best finals we've had in a while, for sure. In terms of consistency. My first thought was something like Spain, but it's weird. What else could it be? I can't think of anything else. This is weird France. I don't know what else it could be. Maybe Italy? I don't know. I guess it could be Italy. We've got Italy against Spain here. This is going to decide the game. And it is going to be Spain. And Salax is going to take the win on round 19. GG's. That was a great final. Very, very high level from both players. And yep, congrats to Salax for the 2-0. I mean, he played very well all the way from the start to the end. Very well deserved win. And also, like, I feel like Adams played really, really solid too. Like, it was a good match, good matchup. Both players had, you know, great guesses. They were definitely, I would say, definitely the top two performers in this Invitational. So I feel like it was like the best final we can hope for. Yeah, 20 rock rolls downtown Madrid. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Yeah, I was a bit confused with the vibe for where to place it in Spain, but I was worried about Italy too. So I didn't know which one of the two to go. But my gut was initially Spain, but I couldn't place it in Spain. That was the problem. But to be honest, I had the same thing with Italy. But yeah, GG's guys. It was a good match. Good match to watch. It was great. Great to see you guys battle it out. This is what the invitations are for. And yep, very well deserved win, Salax. And I believe that is your 4th win, I believe, in the Invitational. So congrats, man. Thanks for hosting. I'm hopping in to MK's live. Yep. I noticed it was live for the first time yesterday or something. Yeah, I hope his streams are going well. And yep, like I say, guys, there will be an Invitational tomorrow from 9:30 AM BST. If you are on the server, and there is still time to sign up for it. I will be closing it in like half an hour if you are on the server. But if you're interested in potentially joining in the future, I can send a link over. I mean, I need to end this tourney first. So shout out to AD, Super Hostue, Stevie G, Salax, Olympia, Vic Ronald, Adams, Topotic, Riley, Sinksy, Chris, Senti, Zeka, and Cosy for playing. And yep, no worries. I'm more than happy to host these. Like I said, they will come to an end soon. Like I said, there's only going to be a handful left before we know it, and it'll be all over. And there'll be some stuff in the future that we'll do. But yep, GG's everybody. Let me just quickly send a Discord link if you are interested in potentially signing up for some invitations in the future. And like I say, I think anybody who's like, you know, champion above, you know, you guys, you know, will likely get an opportunity to play. Anybody high master, there's also a chance for you guys to play as well, who like, you know, might be on the boundary of champion and high master. You know, you're more, you know, you could have opportunities to play. But yep, let me just send it into the chat if you want to join my Discord. And on that bombshell, we're going to conclude it there. So thank you all for watching. I want to end my YouTube stream first. So thank you everyone on YouTube for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tourney. Like I say, next one is happening Saturday morning, 9:30 AM BST. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you all soon. And as always, if you enjoyed the stream, the best way of letting me know is giving it a thumbs up. And yep, I'll catch you guys on YouTube fairly soon. And on Twitch, right here,